Hello everyone. I don't have anything to cover my webcam at the moment, so this is my ceiling. I'm still new to YouTube, and I still have absolutely no idea how anything works. Apologies if you hear noise in the background. My sister is playing music really loudly in her room, and I do not know if the cat will be down at any point. I'm just going to quickly set up a sketch page. Real quick. And there we go. Ta-da! Here we are. I'm also going to set the music in the background since I I'm a very boring person, so just find the audio library. I'll have to turn the music up. Yeah, there we go. You might see me just see me switching back between tabs. I'll turn it down a bit because I'm talking about this now. So first, I'm going to be drawing Diamond Claw because I have a little bit of an obsession with drawing him at the moment. Diamond Claw was just made deputy of FernClan. I forgot what clan is part of. He has just replaced Fogsoot, who has retired to the Elven Stand. There will be a lot of change coming in the next few chapters, especially now with Diamond Claw as deputy, and I think we're definitely going to see more interactions between him and his father, Shardful. I haven't done a lot with Shardful as a character yet, because I was definitely saving that. There will eventually be a book about Shardful and his relationship with Summersky. As well, and his relationship with Diamond Claw. Apologies for that nasally, I'm a bit sick at the moment and I have allergies. Yeah, we're going to look at his relationship with his dad and his mum. And yeah, get to learn a little more about his backstory. He's actually a really complex character. Yeah, look at his background settings. So he's actually quite a interesting character to have a look at. And there will be definitely a lot more interaction with his father. That's what I can confirm for Diamond Claw in the future. So now we're going to move on to drawing some art of Ivy Cloud. I haven't actually done any digital art of Ivy Cloud. Oh, one little measly sketch that wasn't coloured. Ivy Cloud has had a bit of a rough time at the moment. He had a vision which he had to present to the clans at an emergency gathering, and later after the gathering he and Echo Star, his parent, were attacked. Ivy Cloud survived the attack, but Echo Star didn't survive the attack. This left Ivy Cloud heartbroken. He really loved Echo Star. He wasn't as close with Mirror Lake, his father, and he has no siblings, so he's pretty much feeling alone in the world at the moment. Ivy Cloud's definitely going to have a much bigger role to play as the story continues. He definitely has a very interesting personality. He started off as very introverted. He's very introverted. And he doesn't much say anything. He's very quiet. You will eventually see a lot more on the impact of Echo Star's death on him. And how it really did affect him. He was very much lost without her in his life. And I think we're definitely going to see some interaction with how Ivy Cloud will later deal with Mirror Lake moving on, which is something Ivy Cloud finds really hard to accept. I'm pretty sure Ivy Cloud will later probably get the chance to have an apprentice, but yeah, really interesting. Next we have the delightful Dawn Muzzle. We love him. Now he's going through a really, really big character arc at the moment. Dawn Muzzle has just become a warrior. He still has a lot to deal with his brother, since Apple Fluff is Apple Fluff. 1 second. Anyway, Apple Fluff. His brother is Apple Fluff. Yeah, he has a lot to deal with Apple Fluff still living in Fern Clan, and him firstly being accused of killing Scorch Snow, which he knows he wouldn't. It's a very interesting arc he's in at the moment. He is actually receiving training from Stemfern. Now, Stemfern is a Dark Forest warrior from years back, actually. I think he is older than Ashstar, who is featured in the prologue. Ashstar was the leader before Alistar, and many few cats actually remember Stemfern existing. Ormuz was definitely going through a point where he's going to get some injuries since he's training in the Dark Forest unknowingly. That's another point I want to make. It's he doesn't know he's training in the Dark Forest, or he doesn't really care to know. Since he just knows he's getting training and he's happy about it. He just wants to prove to everyone that he can be a warrior just like his brother. Now, I'm definitely thinking a lot more towards the end of his arc about what I'm going to actually end up doing with him. And I'm not sure. He's definitely got an interesting personality. And I'm not actually sure what I'm going to do with him. Or Maple Shadow, in fact. I have no idea what's happening with Maple Shadow. Next, I'm going to do some art of Apple Fluff, and I'm going to talk about Apple Fluff. Now, Apple Fluff is the brother to Dawn Muzzle, and I will eventually, once I have the comic strip up and running, it's a comic strip called Dawn Muzzle's Brother. It is in the works. It's a bit outdated since I drew it a few months back. But it definitely shows a lot more personality for Apple Fluff. Now, Apple Fluff is a shy little soul. A lot more of him will be revealed when Dawn Muzzle's brother actually comes out. But the truth is, he does care for his brother. So, it's sad to see brothers fall apart, but yeah, that's just sibling relationships. It happens. Apple Fluff's mate is, I want to say Turtle Sky, but no. She's an elder from Death and Denial Beyond Clans, which will be the sequel to this. I can't remember her name, and it is really bugging me. Turtle Shimmer, that's his mate, who was from Fern Clan. Now, he's expecting Kit with her, which it puts Dawn Muzzle in a situation, because Dawn Muzzle resents his brother greatly for leaving him. But at the same time, he may or may not want to end up knowing the Kits. It's hard to say. It's definitely going to be an interesting plot to see it unfold. Also, fun fact, Apple Fluff is shorter than Dawn Muzzle. I can't remember if I drew him like that in the comic. I'll have to revisit it eventually and see. But yeah, he's a fair bit shorter. And keep in mind there will be like 10-page novellas for some of these characters. Like not our mains, but I know Redcliffe's heart is in the working at the moment. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Redcliffe's heart is I think only 2 chapters in. But that's going to be an interesting thing because I've actually changed the ending of how I want it to end. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but it has a lot to do with leadership in Missile Clan. I'm not going to say any more than that, but yes, it does have implications for other things. Next I'm going to be doing a little odd one. I haven't actually drawn this cat before, but I'm going to be drawing Shimmerfish. Shimmerfish, I actually do not know what her purpose in the comics is. Well, the series, I mean, sorry. Shimmerfish was a design I really wanted, but I haven't really ever used her as such. She is a Missile Clan warrior, and I do love that about her. She's energetic. She's quite hyper, and I really like that about her. She loves to be friends with anyone she can find. And that often includes some of her clanmates who are not as welcoming of her hyperactivity. If I had to guess, I'd say she's got ADHD. She gives me that vibe. She's really, really fun. And she doesn't seem to take much seriously. She's always telling everyone to lighten up about it. Safe to say she probably has a crush on Redcliffe, but I don't think his feelings are reciprocated. He is, or if you could even call it a spoiler, he likes Mantiscore. Mantiscore? I think her name's Mantiscore. I'm so sorry. I don't even know my own characters yet. Mantiscore. And I suppose that's a big point for Shimmerfish. Learning that her feelings aren't really reciprocated. But I'm not sure. She may end up getting her own little novella eventually. But yeah, until then, Shimmerfish is just a hyper little ADHD cat of Missile Clan. Now, the next cat we're drawing, I've drawn once, and I don't tend to draw her all that often. It's Mottledawn. Mottledawn is very interesting, and I think a lot more of her personality is, well, pardon me again, is going to be explored during Redcliffe's Heart, as she is a half-sister to Redcliffe, same as Pearlface. She is the actual biological sibling of Pearlface. Which is hard to think, because she's not as bad as her sister, I'll tell you. That's gonna... It will... Yeah, that might spoil things a little bit for Redcliffe's Heart, but things are eventually gonna work out. And I don't know if you could say they have a great relationship, but her and Redcliffe get on a bit better than Paleface and Redcliffe. She's definitely more likable as a character. And I think most cats actually like to be around her. It's just, yeah. I don't know about her relationship with Pearlface. I haven't really delved too deeply into the side of Model Dawn and Pearlface. I don't think they get on terribly well, but Model Dawn is a better cat, and I feel like I can see her redeeming herself in the eyes of her brother, or a half-brother, I should say. But I don't know. Redcliffe's Heart still in production, so I'm still not sure what's going on there. Oopsies. I'm just choosing who to draw next. I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to put on some music while I'm searching. Okay, I found the next character I'm going to talk about, and this will probably be the last one for today. But we have the one, the only Scorchstone. Now, Scorchstone, he is with Starkland now. So, Scorchstone used to be the Youthland medicine, but he was killed during an attack, and it's now with Starkland. Which brings us to the whole Dawn Muzzle, Maple Shadow situation that's going on in the plans right now. Now, Scorchstone is an interesting character because he was a medicine cat and also had half-pint kids. So he's sort of giving Leaf Pool vibes. He is the former mate of Violet Owl, who is maybe a bit more relevant in the next few Diamond Claw chapters. I think Shrew looks a lot more like his father than Nicole does. And that's totally not a spoiler for absolutely anything. He also has long whiskers, which is odd. It's a little unique little fact about him. I think that's gonna do for now. I might pick this up later, but for now, that's finishing with Diamond Claw, Ivy Cloud, Dawn Muzzle, Apple Fluff, Shimmerfish, Model Dawn, and Scorched Snow. Got their names for a minute. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, I'll see you later.